The Domino Effect. Who's next to succumb to collapse? Since December 2022, Peru has experienced protests and unrest following a failed coup attempt. At least 55 people have died in these incidents. Iran has seen over 500 deaths during protests against the theocratic government. In 2020, anti-government protests occurred on average every 4 days globally, fueled by the pandemic, recessions, corruption, and political chaos. Sri Lanka serves as a warning sign for countries in turmoil. The nation faced economic decline, government changes, and ultimately, default on its debts. In 2021, Sri Lanka's government collapsed, leading to widespread protests, food shortages, and inflation. The road to recovery for the country remains long and challenging. In Peru, protests and riots have been ongoing due to government corruption and political crisis. President Pedro Castillo, who won the election on an anti-corruption platform, dissolved Congress, but was arrested soon after. This sparked even more unrest in the country. The government has maintained control through violence, but this may not be sustainable. Myanmar offers insight into what could happen in Peru if the situation deteriorates. Since gaining independence, Myanmar has experienced military dictatorship and repression of democratic reforms. In the 2020 election, the pro-democracy party won but was soon ousted by a military coup. Despite initial protests, the military crackdown led to underground resistance. The situation in Myanmar demonstrates how quickly political unrest can escalate in countries experiencing turmoil. The freedom fighters have initiated a guerrilla war in the northern jungles of Myanmar, occurring simultaneously with the junta's military operations in the east, where they have oppressed and massacred the Rohingya Muslim minority. The coup has resulted in over 2,500 deaths and the displacement of over 600,000 people due to civil war. Despite the political violence, Myanmar also faces severe issues like poverty. The junta has maintained power by impoverishing the population, leading to nearly half of Myanmar's citizens living below the poverty line. To finance their wars, the junta has resorted to opium production, with exports doubling in 2022. This situation is contributing to a humanitarian crisis in Myanmar, and unless the people can overthrow the military dictatorship, things will only worsen. International pressure has been lacking, and Myanmar is on the brink of collapse. Similar to Myanmar, Iran has been under the control of a totalitarian regime for decades. Since the late 70s, Iran has been governed by an extreme theocracy, with women's rights being severely curtailed and religious leaders amassing power. The Iranian regime has become one of the most oppressive globally, restricting basic rights and executing dissidents. Although there have been major protests in the past, none have posed a credible threat to the regime until recently. In 2022, the killing of a 22-year-old woman for not covering her hair ignited protests nationwide. Iran has responded by cracking down on the protests, resulting in over 500 deaths. However, the protests continue, and Iran faces external pressures as well. Relations with the West and heavy sanctions have weakened Iran's economy, and the pandemic has also taken a toll. Additionally, the Cold War with Saudi Arabia threatens the stability of the Iranian government. Survival is now the question for Iran, but the fall of the regime may not guarantee a brighter future. A regime change could likely lead to civil war and chaos, further complicating the situation for the Iranian people. We have witnessed the unfolding of events in Libya and Syria, and for many Iranians, the risks seem worth taking. In examining these various countries, it's evident that covert operations and economic pressures have driven corrupt regimes to their breaking points. However, our final country faces a different challenge: water scarcity. This historical issue is predicted to become one of the most significant problems of the 2020s, and no country knows this better than Egypt. In the past year, Egypt has experienced severe droughts, affecting the entire country. The situation is particularly dire in Egypt, where 95% of its 102 million inhabitants reside near and rely on the River Nile. Ethiopia is currently constructing a mega dam near the river's source, which continues to expand. Sudan, which once served as a buffer between Ethiopia and Egypt, has now sided with Ethiopia on this issue. Once completed, Ethiopia will have full control over Egypt's water supply, posing a threat to their economy and people. The dam could potentially lead to famine, and it would require a robust regime to withstand such a crisis without collapsing. Egypt's current government, however, is far from stable. Since the military coup a decade ago, the government has struggled to revive the economy, accumulating massive loans in the process. As a result, like Sri Lanka, more loans were taken, and as creditors grew wary, interest rates soared, leading to a debt crisis. Egypt now faces over $50 billion in foreign debt, 3 times the amount in 2013, leaving 60% of the population near or below the poverty line. The military government's tight control over the economy has hindered growth, leading to a downward debt spiral and severe cuts to public spending, worsening people's lives. Despite this, the government has failed to address the crisis and has instead focused on projects like a new capital, a thinly veiled attempt to establish a secure base away from potential uprisings. The promise of foreign aid last month offered little in terms of economic reform, merely delaying the impending chaos. With annual inflation at 20% and rising, it is uncertain how additional funds will resolve the issue. Egypt's relatively new autocratic leaders now find themselves in a precarious position. If unaddressed, the government may collapse entirely. Covert operations, climate change, and corruption are pressing concerns for these countries, and their inability to handle these modern challenges is a common thread. It is highly likely that at least one of these countries will buckle under the pressure within the next year, if not more. This list is not exhaustive, as many other nations worldwide face similar circumstances. Each collapse will have a domino effect, pushing millions of people across international borders and further straining affected countries as they cope with humanitarian crises. History shows that even when one oppressive regime falls, it is often replaced by another. In light of this, it is easy to feel pessimistic. However, there is hope. The fact that people worldwide are protesting and attempting to overthrow their oppressors indicates that change is on the horizon. While the situation may worsen before improving, there is optimism that the world will be a freer place once the dust settles.